Challenge Cup presented by P&G and Secret, and the championship game presented by Budweiser. It took a visionary to come up with a plan here. Lisa Baird and the NWSL coming together with CBS and Twitch create this month-long television event, chance for the best athletes in the world to stay on the field. They were the first back, and now we have our champion. Houston Dash over Chicago. With Jen Cooper, Mike Watts, we take a look back at the highlights. We begin in the 4th minute.
Christy Mewis winning the first ever penalty kick attempt in the tournament, and Sophie Schmidt converting cleanly as Alyssa Nair goes the wrong way. Put the Dash up early in the game. About 10 minutes later, Chicago getting their offense going. Using the outside, crossing it in. McCaskill there on Campbell's rebound, but can't get it on frame. So close, that was their best chance of the first half. Bizzali is there to clear that ball.
McCaskill is inches away from leveling that game. Skip forward to the second half, and Houston trying to catch Chicago a couple times on the counter. In this case, we're able to break through that back line.
Nichelle Prince doing a lot of great work on the flanks. Rachel Daly getting the final touch, but again, not quite clean enough to score a goal.
And then this would seal it. It sealed two things, the Golden Boot and the championship.
Rachel Daly sending the ball through to Shea Groom, who gets past an on-rushing Alyssa Nair. And boom, in the goal for her 3rd goal of the tournament and the clincher for Houston. Daly getting the assist and clinching the Golden Boot.
And Shea Groom, who scored a couple of the best goals in this tournament, with a sublime touch around Alyssa Nair, the U.S. top goalkeeper. And this empty venue in Sandy, Utah, plays host to a really exciting final. The medals being handed out to the runners-up, the Chicago Red Stars, and this one's going to hurt for a little while. Not only those players who gave so much in this game, but those who spent a month together and really came together and learned a lot about themselves as an organization, as individuals, as a group, as a team, and in many cases as Americans in a world that has changed drastically around them in the last 4 months.
It's been such a tough journey for all these teams. And sure, this isn't a regular NWSL championship, but it's still a championship, it's still a trophy. This was a challenge that none of these teams or players had ever experienced before. We saw a lot of surprises in this tournament, not just the Dash, but other players making their names known, like Bianca St. George, Jennifer Cujo with Sky Blue, some draftees making their mark like Sierra King, Ashley Sanchez. And such an important story for the Dash to turn that corner and show that they're not the same old Dash, much like we saw with Sky Blue getting all the way to the semifinals. Also shows you just the parity in this league, how any game, anyone can win any game. So many of these games ending up just a 1-goal difference.
Jane Campbell, the first to receive her winner's medal. And I think back to when we first spoke with James Clarkson back on June 25th. He said that the captains, Rachel Daly, Jane Campbell, it was organic. There's compassion and expectation in them. And the level of quality they bring, they expect of others. Campbell and Daly reached the mountaintop in Utah in what is a truncated and clearly very different NWSL experience than had ever occurred before.
And I like that James talked about how he put it to the team. He's like, anybody can be captain, but he waited to see who really presented themselves as captain. Ultimately naming Campbell and Daly.
They have medals. Soon they'll be holding a cup. For so long, we've seen that traditional NWSL championship trophy, and with a new tournament comes a new, clean, clear-looking trophy. And for Houston, this is the sweetest moment in franchise history by a very wide margin.
It's got to feel good for James Clarkson in just his 2nd year with the Houston Dash.
They were plus 2,000 odds coming in to win this thing. Only Sky Blue was lower. And now they're champions.
And there's John Walker on the far end.
We're almost ready.
They've announced the Golden Boot winner. And the championship game MVP will follow.
Houston Dash, you guys really did an amazing job. You did it, you inspired Houston, and you inspired this country. Congratulations.
Soak it in. The Houston Dash, for the first time, hoist a trophy. They are the NWSL Challenge Cup champions.
First time for this team to raise a trophy. 7th year of the club's existence. They were the first ever expansion team in NWSL history, joining in 2014.
They'll enjoy the confetti, and then they'll enjoy a flight home. What a month it's been for our entire Twitch team. Facilities provided by Vista World Link, Jen Cooper, Josh Toll, and our entire crew led by producer Abe Aponte, director Jose Bueso, Jake McCloskey, and many, many more. The Houston Dash go the distance and dash on to a title. Thanks for watching the NWSL Challenge Cup on Twitch. We can't wait to see you again. So long.